More snow. I get to change the banner on the bottom of this thing, which is very exciting for me. Look at this. We're going to talk about snow now. Fuck yeah! Look at that. Look at that. Um, yeah, so I met Marlo, the adorable Golden, down at the Jersey Shore, and it's nice. Like the salt air melts the shit out of the snow, so it wasn't like up here. It's this disgusting fucking mess of snow with dirt and grime in it from all of the cars, and it's really really depressing up against the urban sort of gray concrete miserable backdrop, and you get those slate gray skies. Like I went up Sunday, I went for a walk. I went up to the beach. I was walking past, surf shops and stuff and bars, and I'm looking at the ocean, and it's great. It's fantastic. I I fall asleep. I'm getting visions of fucking summertime, and again, we're talking about butt cheeks. Very en vogue lately. The bikini bottom that goes tucks up into the woman's ass crack. It's wonderful. So I'm thinking about all that, and then the next day we go home, and I fall asleep in the car on the way up, and I wake up, and we're coming down the fucking Jersey Turnpike, potholed road, fucking traffic going towards the Holland Tunnel. Literally everything was just a different shade of gray or brown. Miserable. Fucking miserable. You get why people shit on this area, by the way. Like, I love it. I grew up here, North Jersey, New York City. Yeah. It's all, yep, fucking, the city's so nice they named it twice, except it's a shithole. It's just a fucking dump. It's not as bad as, say, Seattle, where it's basically March year round. Like, we're dealing with this bullshit now, and it's February, and it'll continue into March, and then in April or early May, the switch gets flicked, and all of a sudden there are flowers and stuff everywhere, and you forget that there's a homeless guy taking a shit in a pizza box 50 feet away from you. Seattle, I guess, is like this all year long, which is why people commit suicide there. You're a fucking idiot if you live in Seattle. I don't understand why you would choose that place to live. Fuck, the Pacific Northwest can suck a dick. Like, what do they have? It's cold, and they have big trees. Like, I'm down with their stance on drugs, but otherwise, like, I'm not sure. Like, why would I want to live in a place where anarchists have seized 10 square blocks downtown, but they don't know how to provide any kind of services whatsoever. The anarchists didn't think beyond the seizing of the blocks. So people are they're using a bucket as just a pass around shitter. They're living in fucking a tent city. They got the video camera going through, and there are people preparing meals, and there's just bugs descending upon the grill, and it's fucking disgusting. And that's Seattle. People are just like, yeah, it's the autonomous zone now. This is Seattle. So in addition, you got that. At any given moment during your commute, you could just get blocked off by Antifa and told you're not allowed to drive down a road. And then, oh, by the way, it's fucking March year round. Just no good fucking reason to live in Seattle. Idiots. You should, as a matter of fact, you should kill yourself if you're stupid enough to pick Seattle as a place to live. Like, I would, yeah, that you in fact, maybe that's why the suicide rate there is so high. Maybe people from Seattle are like super self-aware, and they're like, you know what? I was a big enough dumbass to pick Seattle as a place to live. Let me do everyone a favor and just take myself out of the gene pool. I'm done. Tapping out. Maybe that's it. Anyway, snow. It's been snowing for I think it's done. I think we're done. We just had like 36 hours worth of snow. I've been eating tacos for 3 days, which has been fucking awesome. Just getting fucking jacked up on protein, vegetables, eating it in a corn tortilla. It's the way to go. I know a lot of people do the milk, eggs, and bread thing, which I think is a horrible idea. You're gonna eat. So you're going to be locked inside for 3 days with your family or 36 hours with your family. And your plan is to begin that with a carb and dairy filled breakfast. And then you're going to crank the heat up in the living room. The pipes are fucking freezing. People are farting. Turds aren't flushing. The kids are watching the same thing over and over again on the fucking TV. Whoever their favorite YouTube channel is, you're just getting sick of that motherfucker's voice. It's a wonder that snowstorms don't result in more guys finally snapping and murdering their families. Like I would have thought this winter, with the amount of snow we've gotten and people have been stuck inside working from home and they're around their families more, I really thought there would be a lot more shining like moments where these fucking dads they're the breathing room of that 40 hours a week. They go into the city, they're hanging out with their buddies from work, they're sexually harassing interns, and then they go home to the wife who's been fucking the personal trainer and the kids who are at school with their friends all day. Everyone had their release. And then lockdown takes that away, and economic stress and racial tension and political feuds. And we're living on top of each other. You got people move, like had their in-laws move in with them because we'll quarantine together because we don't know if we're going to see each other again. So you got some guy who every day for the last year has seen his wife, his kids, his mother-in-law. And he's got his fucking parents living under this. It's just horrible to go through months of that. And there's nothing fun to do. It's not like you can go, you couldn't go to the bar forever. You couldn't go into the fucking gym was closed. Every release valve that people have had. So I would think that a winter like this one, where it's just been snowing and sort of dreary, and we're even more inside and on top of each other, I'm surprised there aren't more all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy situations where guys are just fucking grabbing an axe and going at their family. I would understand it, and I would think someone is going to use it as a defense in court. I'm predicting that at some point, someone will use the Shining defense in court because it got towards, a year plus of coronavirus bullshit, and the weather sucked, and it was gray, and it was miserable, and their stupid wife told the kids they could have French toast for breakfast, even though they're all going to be locked in the house all day, and his kids are just shitting and farting up the fucking house, and a guy snaps, He got that nice Benelli shotgun for Christmas, and he decides to put it for good use. I wouldn't, it would be tough for me to be on that jury, is what I'm saying.